Welcome back to Injustice Year Zero, right here at Comicstorian, where we take some of your favorite comic books and break them down into digestible bites so that we can read them dramatically back to you and allow you to catch up on everything that is going on. Injustice Year Zero is a short story that comes out once a week, giving us a short comic about what happened before the Injustice video games. It's interesting, it's fascinating, but it is short, so I'm not going to waste a ton of time giving you an intro. If you want to know how we got here, click the link down below. But basically at the moment, we're looking at the JSA and Hitler. Andre, who's currently captured by the Joker, looks up. In 1944, I was fighting alongside the boy commandos, he says. Wait. Joker tells him, he and Harley laying on the floor, their head in their hands as they listen to Andre's story. Behind them, Gary pulls Ned Corpse out of the room. Boy commandos? Harley asks, shocked.
Kids with guns? Fighting in a war? That sounds recklessly irresponsible. That's a level of child endangerment that even Batman would raise an eyebrow to, Joker tells him, but Joker waves his hand telling Andre to continue and get to the Nazi killing part. Andre looks surprised. I thought you'd like him. I'm an American. I hate freaking Nazis. I'm a homicidal maniac, not a traitorous bigot, the Joker snaps at him.
Andre continues his story, explaining how Dirk Strasser used the Amulet of Chaos to control the Allied generals to order their men to charge into enemy fire. The boy commandos found themselves trapped during one of these doomed battles, with Andre himself having taken the bullet. But suddenly the battle went silent around them as they were washed in green light, and above them, Green Lantern Alan Scott floats down, protecting them with his constructs. The Flash moved as a blur through the battlefield, disarming the Nazi soldiers, and Black Canary arrived, her scream incapacitating them. Dr. Midnight walked down the trench, saving Andre's life, when suddenly the rest of the Justice Society was there, demanding to know who ordered the suicidal charge. They find the 4-star general, who demands to know who they are. But that's when the Spectre stepped forward. I am Jim Corrigan, a soldier in the United States military, and I am the Spectre, a spirit of vengeance. You are marching your men directly into a slaughter, he tells him, his eyes burning with mystic power. The general starts to explain, but he isn't making sense, when suddenly his eyes begin to glow and he smiles.
This isn't going to work, is it? Oh well, it's probably time to have some fun.
He smiles, and Dr. Fate stops, sensing chaos within the man's mind. The heroes try to react, but the general shoots himself too quickly. It was at that moment that Strasser realized that he was thinking too small. He sought out the easiest mark in the Justice Society, and he took control of Johnny Thunder, and with him, his controlled genie, YZ. So an all-powerful genie controlled by a hero, enslaved by a Nazi working for Hitler. That's like the world's most messed up Russian nesting doll. In the final months of the war, the Justice Society fought a war against one of their own. They won, but they lost their friend. And they finally caught up to Strasser. The Nazi looked up with a smile, remembering Hawkgirl.
I shot your boyfriend.
He smiles, and Hawkgirl's mace comes down with a sickening crunch, ending Strasser forever. Alan, as Spectre turned, seeing Jay Garrick holding on to the Amulet of Chaos. The spirit of vengeance flies forward, taking the magical item from his friend. Give it to me, Jay Garrick, he whispers, and the hero leaps into the air and begins to fly away. What are you going to do? Green Lantern yells.
I'm going to end this war,
Spectre hissed back. The Spectre used the amulet to end a great evil, but it cost Jim Corrigan deeply. He returned to his friends, telling Alan that the spirit of vengeance shouldn't have this level of power. The Green Lantern wraps the amulet up in a green bubble. No one should have this power. You have to hide it. Hide it where no one will find it, Corrigan tells him. Green Lantern promises, flying over the deepest part of the ocean. It was only later, when Andre was in the hospital for his wounds, that he overheard the Green Lantern talking to Dr. Midnight. I need to tell someone else where it's hidden, Alan whispered to his friend. I buried it in a chest in the deepest part of the ocean. Back in the present, Harley leans over at the end of the story. Really? Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench? But I suppose the deepest part of the ocean where the pressure would crush a human instantly was a pretty safe place in the 1940s. But now
it's a day trip when you make friends in low places. People who value their limbs enough to not say no to me, Joker finishes for her. He turns around with a smile. Harley, fetch my swimsuit. We're journeying to the bottom of the ocean.
And that is issue 4 of Injustice Year Zero. A little short story telling us how we got to Injustice and how we got to that point in the storyline. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's getting interesting, but I still don't know how it's going to link to Injustice. My assumption is this is going to have something to do with the nuke. That seems to be what a lot of you guys are speculating. Do me a favor and let me know in the comments down below how you think this is going to link into the overall storyline. Being that it's written by Tom Taylor, the guy that wrote the original, I'm expecting it to actually link up, not just be some title grab that they did. But we'll see. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we will bring you the next issue of this, which I don't know when it's coming out, honestly. I think every Tuesday now. It seems like it skips a week occasionally. This one's all over the place, so subscribe and check back every Tuesday to see if the next issue's out. Either way, guys, thank you, and I'll see you next time.